When we first came to Lovely Lane was a more of a family-sized church. It was a lot smaller, and it was just a little bit of a different feel. In fact, it was literally smaller because I think we've had, 3 or 4 capital campaigns in the last 30 years, and the building keeps getting bigger. But it was a smaller building and kind of a smaller family. And one of the things that we used to do, Ed Burrell, which some people may remember, and his wife Kathy, were really active members here. And Ed was the chair of the education committee, and Ed had more faith in Lovely Laners maybe than I can even understand. But he decided that Lovely Laners could design, create, and enact a Palm Sunday pageant on the spot. So we had Sunday school before service in those days, so we would come to Sunday school and Ed would have all the stuff ready for us, and everybody in the Sunday school would create the scenery, make the costumes, flesh out the script, would create a Palm Sunday Day pageant, and a major part of then the following worship service was to present this pageant. And the day I walked in and heard this plan, I thought, what a mess this is going to be, and it was wonderful. And I think we probably did it 3 or 4 years in a row. It was just, Ed had the faith and it happened. It was amazing. Another thing I think about the early days at Lovely Lane was we have pews that aren't screwed down, aren't fastened down, and some folks may not realize that when Lovely Lane was built, the idea was to have that worship, what we call the worship center, and we had to call it the worship center, never the sanctuary, was an active, lively part of the church's life. So it was used for many things, and the pews were always being moved and changed, and the configuration of the sanctuary changed. So I remember at one point all the pews faced the organ, the pipe organs. You would come to church and you just didn't know. You would just find out. Most of the time the pews faced the corner where the choir sits, and it was kind of a circular setting. The idea was that we were all gathered around the table, the communion table. And it was just a lovely way to, just to view church, to see church, ever-changing thing.